Here's a company that many people underestimate, Pinterest. And yet it has a solid foundation and a very promising business model. Believe it or not, it is actually competing with Google in certain areas and even doing better. One of the downsides of Pinterest is exactly the reason why many people dismiss it. It's because they don't understand it. Is it a social network, a collaboration tool, or just some fancy image saving app? In this video, I'll explain to you exactly what Pinterest is and what a perfect niche it found for itself. Before we start, don't forget to hit the like button and check out the description below for links to our bestseller business strategy courses. So, Pinterest was founded in 2008 by Ben Silbermann and Evan Sharp and officially launched in 2010. Most people who don't use Pinterest have encountered it as a social media button or the save and pin logo on top of images on various blogs on the internet. And so, yes, the very basis of the idea is to save images from the internet on your many boards that you can categorize and organize as you wish. As every good startup needs a compelling, cute story, Ben Silbermann says that Pinterest originated from his own love of collecting stuff as a kid. He used to collect things like stamps and insects and stated that collecting tells a lot about who you are. But he couldn't find a proper tool to allow for collection experience on the internet, and so Pinterest was born. Here is his own collection of boards, for example. Today, though, Pinterest is much more than that. It can be described as a visual discovery engine. Not only can you search for and collect images of anything that you like, but you will also be presented with more and more images of similar kind thanks to their powerful AI. This sounds similar to Google Images and therefore, yes, Pinterest is also a search engine for images, but a much better one because results are more relevant. And the ability to organize these images into various boards is why users love it. It helps creative people find ideas, inspiration, create mood boards, plan events, and many other things. For example, interior designers were among the original drivers of growth on the platform. Let's say that you want to redecorate your home, but you don't know where to start because you don't even know what your preferred design style is. So you go on Pinterest and simply type interior design, which is extremely broad. From here on, you will be presented with a large selection of images that you can start clicking on and saving depending on what attracts your eye. Each time you click, you will be presented with yet more visuals of similar kind, and it will help you narrow down what you like. You can try it and see for yourself, and let me know in the comments what you think about your experience. This is why Pinterest is very popular with creative people and professionals who use it to get inspiration and organize their ideas. It can be many things, and popular categories include home decoration, recipes, travel, fashion, and so on. They can also share these boards to collaborate with other people or their clients, which makes it clear that unlike social media platforms that you use daily, Pinterest is mostly used for special occasions. It's not a place you go to every day, but you'll go there when planning a renovation, a birthday party, a marriage, a trip, things like this. That's why many new users discover Pinterest during some kind of transition in their lives. But the beauty of it is that this also makes it extremely targeted because of the intention of users. Again, browsing Instagram or TikTok is mostly entertainment to kill time, but Pinterest is used with a clear goal in mind, and goal means money. So, coming to Pinterest revenue model, the customers are businesses and they buy ads with the promoted pins. As said previously, they can reach a nicely targeted audience and they are extremely native as they are located among the many visual things they're searching for. And now they're getting more and more into shopping, which is incredibly promising. Look how cool this is. Coming back to the interior decoration example, imagine you like this image. Well, thanks to Pinterest AI, you can now click on the various items on this image and find products very similar to the ones you see on it. I guess you now realize how this is all coming together. A powerful image search engine where you can organize your ideas, an efficient platform enjoyed by creative, goal-oriented people, and boom, you have an amazing niche to sell products to a very qualified audience. In addition to this, most Pinterest users are women, who also happen to be the main decision makers in household purchases. An incredible statistic shows that 85% of Pinterest users have bought something based on the pins they see from brands, and generally 89% use it for purchase inspiration. Today, Pinterest has an overall 404 million users worldwide, with American users being the most profitable based on the average revenue per user. Also, half of American women are already using Pinterest, and even 80% of mothers, while it's not the case for other countries, meaning that Pinterest has a lot of room for international expansion. Some people find that it's generally slow, which brings me to their corporate culture. Unlike most traditional startups, Pinterest is the opposite of the grow fast and break things model. Their internal decision-making process is very slow, as it requires most of the workforce to be on board with new ideas. Many investors penalized Pinterest for this approach, but it might just turn out to be the right one at the end. Pinterest has a solid and loyal user base, and a better optimistic image overall. While social media is often viewed as having a negative impact on society, with people mindlessly browsing TikTok and Instagram, Pinterest doesn't want to be thrown in the same basket. They want to drive inspiration and action, and therefore motivate their users to actually deliver on their projects in real life. They want them to enjoy offline what they find online, like cooking new food or redecorating their homes. Thanks to this, there's also no social pressure for likes and constant content creation on the platform, which is a positive approach in comparison to mental health problems generated by famous social media platforms. But of course, you can still follow your favorite creators and like what they publish. That's why in terms of their financials, the stock market is too used to be focused on the growth of monthly active users, while not giving enough credit to the value of these users. Like here in third quarter of 2021, we can see a decline in US active users from a year ago by almost 10 million, which is absolutely huge. And their stock price has been punished by the financial markets for that. But it doesn't take into account the context, which is that practically every company that operates on the internet experienced an abnormal bump in usage starting in Q1 and Q2 of 2020 because of lockdowns and extending to most of the year. But if you look starting from right before the pandemic, the overall picture looks rather promising for Pinterest, with the US user number growing slowly and international ones quite fast. Speaking of which, Pinterest is also slowly but surely increasing the average revenue per international user, and it has a lot of room to grow even more. Actually, going back to Google, they quietly launched a new tool called Keen, which is basically a copy of Pinterest but based on their own search engine, which goes to show that even Google considers this an interesting business. Amazon also tried to copy some of Pinterest features but failed, although it remains a serious competitor. And this proves once again the loyalty of Pinterest users and how much they value it. Let me know in the comments what you think about Pinterest, and of course, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. See you soon!